Stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Anything on the belt and above, do it. On the belt and above, it's going to be good. Gentlemen, let's do this.
Here we go, 8 rounds in the lightweight division. As we see Arnold Alejandro there in the corner, looking for the 12th victory of his young career, taking on Jhon Gemino from the Philippines. Alejandro in the red trunks with gold trim. Gemino in the Filipino colored trunks. Round number 1, Marcos Villegas here in Las Vegas, being joined with Felix de Jesus. More action to come later tonight in our main event. Deontay Wilder takes on Luis Ortiz in a rematch on Fox pay-per-view.
Well, this is a step-up fight for Arnold Alejandro. He's fighting this veteran who you need to watch out. He has a sneaky right hook. There we see it right there against Alejandro.
So Alejandro in the southpaw stance. Moving well. Trying to get his rhythm, his timing right now.
Yeah. When he does, he will engage.
Gemino has a really stocky build too.
Filipino fighters always with their idol, no? Manny Pacquiao.
Gemino not southpaw though. The opponent, Alejandro the southpaw.
A couple of them that switch up just because they love Pacquiao so much.
Yeah, they love Manny so much, yeah.
Should be a good one.
It's a good feeling out process so far. Both the fighters just trying to see the little things there to go ahead and land shots in. Gemino missing with a series of punches just now. Alejandro with a good high guard, good head movement. His corner imploring him to move side to side a little bit more. Combinations by both fighters missing.
Gemino knocked out Toko.
Oh, down goes Alejandro!
With that same shot, he KO'd Toko Khan, so he needs to be careful the rest of the fight here, Alejandro. That same shot, a quick shot, he connected.
Let's see if Gemino could capitalize on this, showing that Pinoy power right now in those punches. He's coming forward. Big hook there. Exchanging now on the inside. Alejandro moving back.
Keeping his gloves up, so he knows what's coming at him right now.
Alejandro's corner telling him, hey, everything's okay, keep calm, keep calm. Gemino continues to move forward. Throwing punches, Alejandro smartly covering up.
Left hook he has to watch out for, Gemino. That's in his arsenal, in Arnold Alejandro's arsenal.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to get caught coming in because he is rushing in with these punches. He's throwing everything in these shots.
Again, this is a step up for Alejandro. He felt the punching power right away.
Good round for Jhon Gemino. We weren't expecting that early.
Oh, the veteran, 20 wins, 12 losses against Alejandro. As we see here, trying to get inside Gemino, and that was
sneaky little shot right there.
Right down, he went down. So he was not expecting that. He came with the left hook and left himself wide open. Something that Gemino took advantage of. He wanted to finish him off, but he covered well, did Alejandro, and we're getting ready for this second round.
Now, it was a sneaky little shot, Felix, because he came with the straight, and when he came with the straight, immediately threw the hook in there. I don't think Alejandro was expecting that at all because that came so quick.
Or sometimes that's what happens when you're undefeated. As we see it again here.
You'll see the straight, boom. Just a really sneaky hook.
Nice and quick. We mentioned it, you know, he likes to fight inside and comes up with those little sneaky punches. Caught Alejandro here in the first round. Let's see if he can recover.
Round number 2 here at the MGM. 8 rounds scheduled in lightweight division. Jhon Gemino off to a good start. Seeing if he can continue this momentum. Scoring a knockdown in that first round. Alejandro looking to box, moving on his back foot. He's going to want to keep Gemino off of him. A lot of these punches being blocked by Alejandro. He's doing a good job of having a high guard.
When you step up in competition, you see how the speed plays a factor, and that's what Alejandro is tasting right now.
Well, Gemino is doing a good job of being the aggressor and the one that's engaging and bringing the fight to Alejandro. Alejandro's been very defensive up to this point.
He'll show some more, Alejandro.
Good exchange there by both these guys. So Alejandro digs to the body. First shot of consequence. Gemino pawing with that jab. Slips that straight from Alejandro.
He's looking to land that left as Alejandro, but he has to be careful.
Yeah, he's overreaching just a little bit, huh? Doesn't want to get caught with the counter.
He felt that in the last round, so he's going to be very careful.
He's going to want to settle in. He doesn't want to be too overzealous, run into something big. Alejandro being very methodical, cautious too with the punches that he does throw. Doesn't want to get caught again with any big. Good exchange, both fighters landing there. Gemino following it up. Alejandro slipping that straight. Both pawing the jab.
Feels now like this is the feeling out round, where it should have happened in the first round, but he already tasted the canvas, Alejandro, so he has to pick up his pace if he wants to win this fight.
More likely was a flash knockdown in that first round because Alejandro is moving really well. Gemino doing a good job of keeping his foot on the outside of Alejandro's lead foot. Both fighters exchanging. Alejandro doing a good job of slipping punches as they're working on the inside.
He tagged him there with that left, so that could be the recipe for him for the rest of the round.
Now for a lightweight, Gemino's very compact, has a lot of power.
Yep.
So you come down to the final seconds of this round number 2. Good exchange there. As Alejandro ends that round with a nice little counter hook there.
Better round for him, better
round for them. He settled in.
Yep.
So for more information on how to order tonight's pay-per-view event, visit foxsports.com for all the details. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, the rematch, but also headlined by a lot of other action-packed fighters. Leo Santa Cruz taking on Miguel Flores, Brandon Figueroa fighting Julio Ceja, and to start off the pay-per-view, Jhon Barthelemy taking on Eduardo Ramirez. As we take a look at the corner of Jhon Gemino. He's had a pretty good 2 rounds so far, Felix.
So far, a little 2 rounds. Alejandro did step it up here in the second round. Let's see what this third round will bring us. And again, this is the little appetizer before we have the big event tonight here at MGM Grand. Wilder, Ortiz, Flores, Santa Cruz. Just to name 2 of the 4 that you're going to be watching tonight on pay-per-view.
Alejandro coming into this round, he needs to be more active, Felix. I have a feeling that he might not be getting these rounds because of his activity. He's just not throwing enough.
I think that flash knockdown in the first round kind of put him a little bit going back, but he's regaining it. I saw a little more in the second.
Good exchange just now. Seems though Gemino's having the better of the exchanges, though.
Yep.
1-2 miss. Gemino responds. Lands a jab.
Gemino, great counter puncher. He doesn't wait.
Yeah, he's been all aggressive, all forward so far. Alejandro might want to time Gemino coming in because he is overreaching with a lot of these punches, or when he starts his volley of combinations. Take a little step back and land a counter.
Trying to maintain that loss column in 0 is Alejandro, but he has a tough cookie now here in Gemino.
Oh, it's the It's a big challenge for him, suffering that knockdown in that first round. Might need to step up the urgency. He could be behind big on the cards at this point.
And it's an 8-rounder, so in the judge's eyes, you want to just basically start working a little harder than your opponent. Gemino has to watch out for that left. He's trying to calibrate it there, Alejandro is. He just can't reach him right now.
Alejandro doing a better job of making Gemino fight at his pace, but his punches are few and far between. Just because let his hands go a little bit more. It's good straight there by Alejandro.
This would work if he would not have been knocked down in that first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's behind.
It's a good round for him so far. It's probably the way he wanted to start out the round in the beginning, or start out the fight.
You will get that first round 10-8 for Gemino?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I felt that Gemino won the second round as well.
So Alejandro, as of now, it looks like he's been behind in this fight. Trying to pick up the pace.
Good little feints here from Alejandro.
Yeah, seeing Gemino, I don't know how he has 12 losses, because he looks like an established fighter.
And sometimes these records are deceiving, though, Felix. Let's come to the final 10 seconds of round number 3. Gemino coming forward. Alejandro doing his best to evade the aggressiveness of Gemino. That was a good round for Alejandro.
Yes, he's starting to try to pick up the pace here a little bit. Again, it's an 8-rounder, so he has to do a little more pressure.
So we take a look back at the action from round number 3. Felix, take us through it.
Yeah, that left by Alejandro, another one, but Gemino kept fighting back.
Now, both fighters have done a good job of slipping each other's punches. We haven't seen anything really flush land.
No damage so far. In the corner, they're basically telling him to watch out for that left. He made that signal there.
Now, Gemino, a 10-year pro, showing that experience. That experience is coming through in this fight.
It is against the kid Alejandro, a prized fighter, nice prospect.
And when you take a look at the total rounds that Gemino's fought compared to Alejandro, 208 total rounds compared to Alejandro's 33.
Yeah, he's a baby.
So there's a big step up for Alejandro in this fight. So we begin round number 4 here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
But he has a great corner people there. Alejandro does. They told him, be calm. You'll get to him. Let's see if it's true.
Yeah, he looks a little bit more settled in, does Alejandro. Good counter and slip there. Missing his right was Alejandro. Gets tapped by the power jab of Gemino. Gemino coming in with that straight.
So I mentioned the Wilder-Ortiz fight, Santa Cruz against Flores. It's also worth mentioning Figueroa against Ceja, and Liduan Barthelemy against Eduardo Ramirez. That's been bumped up. So 4 terrific fights tonight on pay-per-view.
And both guys really thinking in there. Now a lot of punches haven't been thrown, but it's a lot of mental warfare here.
Gemino was doing much better inside. Now he's taking it outside, and that's to the advantage of Alejandro.
Nice counter there from Alejandro, landing just 2 punches now.
This is where Alejandro wants to fight.
Yeah, this is his fight right here.
He has a little more reach. Let's see what Gemino can do to counter that.
Hunter just tagged Gemino right now. Like I mentioned before, over-aggressiveness can work against you. Needs to be careful. Alejandro does have 10 knockouts to his credit in 11 fights, so needs to be wary of the power.
Of course, it's a big night for both boxers here at the MGM. They want to show their stuff. Like you said, Marcus, it could be dangerous. It was dangerous for Alejandro in the first round.
Alejandro letting his hands go a little bit more. Is keeping Gemino at bay.
Yeah,
good series of punches there from him.
Alejandro
Gemino
showing his
not
skills.
as overly aggressive as he was in
Yes.
the previous rounds.
I guess those couple of lefts have him from the outside now. Doesn't want to feel that.
Alejandro digging to the body. 3-punch combination. Follows it up to the body again. He's doing good work now.
Yeah, Gemino has slowed down definitely since the first round.
Could be that body work.
But again, he has to step it up even a little more, I think, Alejandro, to win this fight.
Well, he's on his way there. If you give him the last round, good straight just now. And then this round, he's doing really well. He's getting back in there.
He would need to, keep this up going for a while. Oh, Gemino comes back. It's the best we've seen from him in a while.
Another good round for Alejandro for that.
Definitely.
Round number 4. He's boxing really well now.
Gemino looks a little beat up there, a little tired. That body work looks like it's working now. Slowed him down. As we see Alejandro looking for an opening. That left jab in there. Again, he's just trying to get in and using the distance. That was flush. And a nice little block there by Gemino. So we have a fight now.
Yeah, could be pretty even on the scorecards.
Yes, I think so.
Or maybe Gemino could be up by a point, too, because of the 2 points in the first round.
Gemino needs to pick it up in this round. He might lose the fight.
Kailangan mo ngayon agresibo na konti. Ang ikot mo sa kanan lang ikot ka, ha? Kanan lang siya ikot.
Alejandro having Danny Garcia in his corner, the brother of esteemed trainer Robert Garcia, and from the storied Garcia family. He's produced world champions like Fernando Vargas, Mikey Garcia, Robert Garcia. So we begin round number 5 here at the MGM Grand. Alejandro fighting his way back into this fight, not allowing Gemino to take over with his aggressiveness.
Yeah, when you have that pedigree in the corner, you kind of know that you have to battle. That's what Alejandro's been doing since the first round. Trying to pick apart Gemino, slowly but surely.
Alejandro very methodical with his punches. Look at that, just evaded 6 punches there.
Yeah. No, there's skills. It's just that he has to start connecting and hurting Gemino.
Yeah, he does. He has to make him miss and make him pay.
There goes Gemino bobbling his head, making believe he's hurt. I don't think so.
Good shot there to the body by Alejandro. He's found a lot of success over the course of these 5 rounds, going to the body with that straight. Could be a contributing factor as to why Gemino has slowed down a bit.
Gemino looks like to have received here a little second breath here. Looks a little better. Trying to attack here. His hands are a little down, Alejandro. That could be
yeah, I think that
dangerous.
just is. Oh!
I told you.
I don't think he's going to get up, Felix. It's all over. Jhon Gemino, 1-punch knockout. Flatlines Alejandro here at the MGM. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just mentioned that he was leaving his gloves down.
A knockout.
Oh, devastating for this kid's career. Gemino, a veteran, comes up with that right. Gets the congratulations. As we see here.
Goodness.
Boom.
Ooh.
Down. That's it. He's out.
He's out. Oh, man.
What a right by Gemino. We told you he looked a little better in the 5th round. And down he went.
What a knockout. He knew right away.
This thing's
we take a
we're
replay.
Gonna be seeing tonight frequently.
Ooh. What a brutal knockout. Gemino knew right away. He had put all his weight in there, and I had told you earlier, Felix, the dude is big for lightweight. He's a big, stocky guy.
He is. It looked like Alejandro in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round was doing some good work, but then his gloves are a little down, which is not common in Alejandro. He keeps them up high. and then that right came out of nowhere, and oh my God, his nose is broken.
His nose is bleeding. Oof.
What a shot!
So we see Alejandro on the floor now, getting attended by his trainer, Danny Garcia. So we take a look at the knockout again in real time.
Alejandro was keeping his distance, tried to
Comes with the
up
jab,
a little
boom.
bit, and then boom. No doubt about it.
He threw that jab and then came over.
And that's boxing. Anything could happen in boxing. That's
Right on
why
the
this
chin.
fight tonight, the big pay-per-view bout, I mean, I just can't wait for it. It's going to be exciting. Alejandro takes a taste. He's going to have to recover from this. He's still young. Everybody gets hit every once in a while. And for Gemino, the victory.
Man, you know what, Felix? Good for Gemino. He needed something like this. You know, having a record like he has, 20, 12, and 1, with only 10 knockouts.
Yeah. You mentioned it. That record is deceiving.
Yeah, deceiving.
This kid's a fighter.
That needs to be included in one of the top knockouts of the year. I know there's been a ton this year, and there's been a ton of upsets this year as well.
The way Wilder hit Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, you know. Well, yeah, but this one's up there too. If there's like a top list of knockouts, that needs to be included as well. It's
Nice
Jhon
job by
Gemino.
Gemino.
Yeah, big ups to him.
Yeah, we knew it was a step up in competition
Jeez.
for Alejandro, and he did not see that punch.
No, he didn't. It's because the jab.
The
Jab set up that the knockout punch.
Wow. Back to the drawing board for Alejandro here. His brother's up next, so got a good start for the
how that affects
siblings.
his brother coming in.
Yeah, when you see something like that, and we're going to have Marcellus Wilder also fight on FS1 today, so it's a fight you should see too as an appetizer to the big pay-per-view, because it does affect, it's blood, so we'll see what happens.
And this was a big step up too for Alejandro in terms of experience, like we mentioned earlier. Let's go ahead and make it official. Let's take it up to Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute and 45 seconds of round number 5 for your winner by knockout, Jhon the Disaster Gemino.
So you see a victorious Jhon Gemino now improving his record to 21, 12, and 1 with 11 knockouts, getting that huge